All right, hello. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Sly Cooper Thieves in Time. My name is Zic. I've been here for multiple games now. Before we begin, if my couch would like to introduce themselves.
Yeah, I'm Nave. I like pasta sauce.
Hello, I'm Ostrava, just another one that's like community speedrunners.
I'm Cindercat. I am here.
All right, so yeah, we are doing episode 1 any percent. So like you just saw with Sly 3, we're going to be doing just the first episode of Sly 4 because it is a very long game. So we will begin once we select Sly to begin photo op. So let's count ourselves down from 3,
2, 1, go! Good luck, Zic.
Thank you. Here we go. Right into a loading screen.
The best part about Sly 4.
Yes. So we are playing Sly 4. Of course, this is a PS3 game. We are playing specifically on a PS3 with a solid state drive because without it, this game's loads are borderline unbearable.
Yeah, if you play on
These are the fast loads.
if you play on disc, you actually lose 27 minutes in a full game run because of how slow disc is. So digital download with SSD, it's really nice.
27 minutes?
Yep, 27 minutes from this.
So long.
Wow.
As you can see, just like in Sly 3, Zic did a circle boost there. The circle boosts are a lot easier to do compared to the other 3D Sly, well, Sly 2 and Sly 3. And make it very easy to move around the episode.
Definitely not his best side.
Yeah, you'll also notice that he's using paraglider a lot. We use that like all the time when we're jumping around just because it helps either break your fall or maybe get a little extra distance that you need, or sometimes it actually helps us get higher up vertically, and we'll talk more about that once we get to it. But we're able to utilize restart checkpoint in order to get to areas that we need to more quickly, or you might have noticed already, this game has something that the others doesn't. A skip cinematic button. Isn't that nice?
Needs it.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to be seeing it again right here if you missed it the first time. Pause. Skip cinematic.
Cinematic. It's so beautiful. You can skip most cinematics in the game except for any cinematic that would lead into a load. I also need to do something here in a second.
Who is that, Zic? Who is that?
This is our boy L. Jeff. L. Jeff is the antagonist of episode 1. And there's our backstory on L. Jeff.
What kind of mess are we in, Bentley?
So yeah, Sly 4, there's lots of similarities to previous Sly games. There's also some differences to it. It does play a little differently. But all in all, it has some extremely fun movement to it. And there's our first job complete. We have now done our recon.
Nice job.
So now we are going to the next job, which is Breakout. So the thing with Sly 4 is we are time traveling between different periods in time, visiting our ancestors. And so in this time period, it is Ryoichi Cooper, the inventor of the Ninja Spire Jump and the inventor of sushi.
Oh, thank
Thank you, Ryuichi.
I forgot about that fact.
Yes, so we need to break Ryoichi out of jail. Really quickly, I need to do something very small when the game loads. So I like my vertical inverted.
I'm sorry. Yeah. We didn't bother switching out consoles. Zic is just using mine from the last run, and yeah, I should have asked him about how he wants his settings.
Okay.
Also, another small optimization you saw there in the safe house. A little menu popped up showing that job replay is a thing in Sly 4 and wanted us to go to the van to go replay job. If you press X there, you have to watch through this long animated cutscene of you moving over there and opening up the van and then showing the job that photo op
It's
to
very
be
slow.
replayed. So we mash circle there, then select Sly to then skip that wonderful cutscene.
Yes, so you're gonna notice I'm flickering the paraglider a lot. When you fall from great heights, Sly will have this like superhero landing, and it's a very long animation. But by opening and closing the paraglider periodically when you fall, it kind of resets the height at which you're falling at, so you can not have that landing happen. So it's faster to just kind of break your fall that way.
Another small thing you'll see Zic here with pickpocketing, he's going to jump before he gets to these guards. If you run up to them normally, there's a small little delay before you can start pickpocketing them, and you can avoid that by jumping into their pickpocket trigger.
In previous Sly games, you can do something called R1 tapping, where when you have a sprint feature, you can tap sprint repeatedly to not alert a guard, but that's something you can't do in Sly 4, so we have to get a little creative about not alerting the guards.
Yeah, in Sly 2 and Sly 3, there's a 3 detection warning system of if they can hear you running behind them, and the game teaches you so, but in any running in Sly 4, you will be detected by the guard.
Hello, buddy. I don't like that you're here.
This guy.
He should be fine, as long
Yeah,
as you hit
he's
this
gonna-
next one.
Hey, buddy. Just every guard decided to spawn on my way to this guy. Unfortunately, we were talking in Sly 3 about guard manipulation. There's not as much guard manipulation in Sly 4 as there are in the previous games.
Yeah, the guards spawn like pretty statically in Sly 4. Like once you load into the hub, they're all just there already. Whereas in the previous games, because it was on an older generation console, they didn't really have the power for that, so they spawn like as you're playing and looking around and stuff.
But yeah, we have a small cutscene here as we lead into the prison. So if you have a quick donation or two, Kara, feel free.
Not only do I have a donation, I have great news. We just hit that CIF boss fight incentive.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That is incredible. Thank you so much. That is $5,000 to Doctors Without Borders. We got there through donations like $10 from Bragwen, who says, pasta sauce got me here. The My Little Spark Pin got my wallet out.
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia.
We've also got $10 from Harlequin Jester, who says, Zic, I am so proud of you for showcasing yet another game at a GDQ event. You've put in so much work for this run, even up until the last night. Get those fish, dance that dance, and put El Jeff in his place. I love you. You got this.
Thank you, Harley. Harley is my amazing girlfriend who made me this hat. My Sly Cooper hat for the run.
We're going with safe strats.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kill that guy.
So he's able to do there is by running and getting the guard's attention, the guard will turn around, and as he's doing so, he'll jump and paraglide over the guard's light. That way we don't have to worry about him being in the way.
Also here, as Zic doing it, you actually can skip both these crawl spaces by doing a paraglide boost onto the gate back there, then going out of bounds to fly over this fence to the right side. Saves 5 seconds if you can get first try, but other than that, it is slower.
Yeah, it's like pretty brand new though. Not a lot of people have incorporated it yet. There's been a lot of cooking in Sly 4 this year. I'll tell
Yeah,
you.
there has. All right, so this is the notorious global cycle room of death.
Gonna continue using paraglider to his advantage to get past all of these fire-breathing dragons. You're normally supposed to use the samurai costume, which is fire resistant, like this.
Yes.
But he got through that really well.
That was actually really good.
Yeah,
great.
great job. That's a really tough
okay.
section.
Another interesting thing you can do with the paraglider, as Zic's doing right now, with sloped collision, you can actually paraclimb up walls, and we can use that to climb up slopes and get around those guards much quicker than you can running through them.
Exactly. Spamming the paraglider button on a certain rhythm, you'll be able to climb the slopes.
So something about Sly 4, in all of these like railways or ledges or stuff with the blue sparkles, pressing the circle button, the circle boosting, you can latch onto them. In Sly 4, you can latch onto ledges from like actually a mile away. It's
Yeah.
kind of ridiculous
That's
how far
amazing.
you can
Circle
go.
boosting is so much easier in Sly 4.
One of my favorites is in episode 2 for the Hundo route, which we won't see obviously, but it's pretty crazy. And we will still see some pretty crazy ones.
Yeah, if you ever like play like Sly 1 and then come to this, you're like, oh my god, I can just spot one a mile away, like latching onto that.
Also, another thing Zic did earlier with the rope, a trick that came from Sly 1 originally, but it's available in Sly 4, which is cane jumping. You can cane jump up those poles or other styles like it to move up them quicker. Instead of the climb animation's really slow in Sly 4.
Yeah, so what we're doing here is we're going to be knocking the fireballs back at the dragons. You might notice he does it really early and it still works. That's because the lingering hitbox of the shield lasts for a really long time, which you're going to see much later in the run as well.
It's an obnoxiously long time.
We try to do it as early as we can so that then we can also exit the costume as early as we can. And Zic, of course, being a genius, he knows exactly where all of the platforms are going to spawn and can go ahead and start paragliding to them before they even show up. Nice breakout. That was really good.
That was actually really smooth.
Yeah, that was great.
That's one of the missions I worry about the most, so I'm glad
Yeah.
that went well.
Can't overstate how breakout is like one of the toughest jobs in episode 1.
Yeah.
Maybe the whole game. It's a tough one. But ninja are never alone.
Yes, and so now now that we've freed Ryoichi, we'll be able to play as Ryoichi, and Ryoichi will have some cool movement specific to his character as well. Actually, might be one of my favorite ancestors to play as.
He's definitely one of mine lore-wise, and even as a playable character, he's really cool too.
Having this, so one of Ryoichi's best features is he has stealth sprint, so you can sprint around and guards won't be able to detect you while sprinting, which for speedrunning feels very great.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wish everybody was like that.
I know.
I don't think you get stealth sprint with Sly until like near the end of episode 4.
Yeah, it is a gadget you can buy and unlock, but much later. So
It's very interesting too in the different gadgets in the games, and like a lot of them are similar between the games, but you get them at different times. So like at Sly 4, you get the paraglider you've seen like right now at the beginning of episode 1, but in earlier games, that's like a late game
you
power.
get it way later, and it's more expensive. And it's kind of weird how inconsistent it is.
Yeah. But all right, now that we have freed Ryoichi, we are going to do Sushi House Startup, so we'll get a little taste of how he plays.
Then another thing there, unlike the other Sly games where we have to quit out for the animated cinematics that play between day sections that we call them, in Sly 4 you can just skip it by pressing the circle button, and thus allows us to prevent from quitting out the game.
So convenient. So nice.
Reminder, these are the fast loads.
Yeah. So, as Zic mentioned earlier, Ryoichi is the inventor of sushi. His sushi shop has been taken over by a bunch of guards, so we need to liberate that from them and take it back.
Do a little skip here. And now we have to go into our samurai costume here, but it's very slow to walk around in the samurai costume. So you try your best to get as close to triggers as you can before turning on the costume, just to optimize how fast you get into it.
It's like Sly 4 guard duty, but without pasta sauce.
There's no sauce here.
Hey, there's sushi though.
There's sushi. It's a good trade-off, honestly.
Do you want to be buried in sushi or sauce?
So this is where we're going to transition to playing as Ryoichi. Each ancestor have unique attacks, unique abilities, and Ryoichi's is called the Dragon Leap. I don't know if someone wants to talk about how that works.
With the ancestors, normally there's an ability on their, I believe, R2 button that charges with Ryoichi. The Dragon Leap is he can jump to other circle watchable objects, and it's very fast.
Yeah, it's very fun to do the dragon leaps.
Exactly. You noticed what he did really quickly there. There's like an arrow indicator to show which one he's selecting, but he can rotate his analog stick to choose other targets and leap wherever he wants to go. And interestingly, no matter how far or close his target is, the amount of time it takes to Dragon Leap there is always the same.
Right.
Great RNG, by the way.
Good dark guard cycle there.
Sleepy guard, we love it.
Yeah, sometimes,
Early morning sleepy guard.
sometimes that guy's awake and you just have to wait.
You just have to sit there and wait for him to go back to sleep.
Because you drop fail if you run into his sleigh.
So we're actually going to be doing a cool, almost newer little skip here to get through this room coming up.
It's new to me. I never learned it. But
I've never done this.
It's new to me as well, but you know, then again, it has been 3 years since I've ran this, so I'm kind of relearning as we go.
Wow, nice.
Wow.
Away we
Yeah.
go.
nice.
That's really cool.
So you'll notice as he's running around, there's sometimes like a circular arrow spinning around to indicate an autosave, and those are triggers that we do have to hit. The Sly games do have chain triggers, and you can't skip them, sadly. So he went backwards to hit one, then went forward again, and then did that big skip across the room. Saves a lot of time compared to just going around the casual way.
Yeah.
And that's what makes the later Sly games such long speedruns, because of the chain trigger system. There's no way to avoid that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. There's lots of times in a lot of games where we can find cool ways out of bounds, but you still have to hit those story triggers, so you can't just like run to the end. It's unfortunate.
Exactly. The guards are afraid of electricity, I guess. So
Hey, Ryuichi's pretty innovative, using his knives as keys, electricity, neon lights.
is the next job what I think it is?
This is fish.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is
fish.
what I think it
We're
is.
going. We're going fishing.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so...
You know it's a good game because it is a fishing mini game.
Anybody like fishing minigames?
Yeah, this one's not that bad.
I think... Does every Sly game have a fishing minigame? Obviously, one does. Two? I'm trying to think.
Technically, if you count
The
old
fish
Grizzle
bombing.
Face.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
We don't talk about harming the poor fish.
Yeah.
Or Bentley's gonna have some words
Bentley's
with
gonna have
us.
some words. So yeah, our objective here is that we're gonna collect some fish for Ryuichi to make some sushi, which sounds like it's just for fun, but I promise there is a reason, and we can explain that later.
We get to play as the Murray,
The Mer.
who is no longer a pacifist.
Yeah, no, he's totally fine with just killing people now.
Well, we got
Whoa,
no
whoa,
guards.
whoa, whoa.
Yeah, that's actually I don't know if I've ever
Very
seen
nice.
that. Like, what the heck?
Yeah, every now and then, but yeah.
Before we can go fishing, what is this?
Yes. Well, yeah. So Bentley's explaining as a sushi chef. So yes, we need to get him fish to make sushi, and El Jeff has locked up the fishing spots. So we need to do Bentley's specialty, which is hacking. So there's a hacking minigame here. There are multiple types of hacking minigames in Sly 4. There are the Spark Runners, there are the Alter Egos, which is the one we're going to do right now, and the name of the third one is escaping me right now.
I don't think I have a specific name, but it's just the normal hack styles.
Okay, cool.
Spark Runner, Alter Ego, and System Cracker.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. So this is Alter Ego. We got Rambo Bentley here. Looking good. This is an auto scroller. There's nothing really we can do to speed this up. You go through this area, and you'll notice in the lower left we have a little gauge there, and as we pick up these ionic particles, it will, let's get this one, level us up, and to a max level of 10. So I want to be picking up the ionic particles to get myself to level 10 before the end of the level. And then if I'm at level 10, I should hopefully be able to do a quick kill on the boss of the hacking minigame section.
Right. Leveling up will increase your speed, increase your shooting speed, gives you a lot more like weapons that are attacking. There will be missiles that come out. You get like a shield that revolves around you. So it's really, really important.
And I think starting at level 4, you get a triple shot.
Yeah, which it's one of those things where, yeah, the higher level you get, the easier and easier this becomes.
Yeah.
'Cause soon you can just not even pay attention to the enemies and just spray bullets everywhere.
And listening to very good music.
Yeah,
Yes,
this is
yeah.
such a banger.
Yeah, the music's actually like a remix of the hacking level from Sly 1. And it's a banger for sure. But it is still an auto-scroller, so not at least until the final boss, not much to focus on.
Yes. If you have a quick donation or two, we got a little
You
time.
read my mind. I heard the word auto scroller.
Yep.
Just wanted to shout out that we've got a bid war for Void Stranger open right now to choose the palette. And right now, Violet's running away with it with $158.49. But there's a slew of other colors. We got red and orange in second and third. So let's see some love for those sunrise tones. Red and orange, sure. And we've got so many great donations. We've got
Yo, nice.
Wow.
Got it.
$25 from Foxy Jira, who says, yo, is that the Zic3? Great to see you on the stage again, my man. Sad I don't get to see you and everyone else's event, but we'll get up shenanigans like next time. Less than 3, homie.
I can't believe I got a donation from the Foxy Jira.
And to explain the quick kill on that, the hacking boss there, before it spawns in and starts its animation, you can line up with its hitbox before going into it, and just your shots over it before the guard or before the boss retaliates, you'll end up killing it beforehand.
And what Zic was pausing for there, the nice belt cutscene, as we call it. There's a specific frame, one frame, where you can do an ICSS. If you know speedrunning, as you probably do, you know that CSS is cutscene skip. ICSS is instant cutscene skip. And there's a lot of those in Sly 4. We'll hopefully see one later on. And it's basically you have a 1-frame window to pause and get that cutscene, and that's why it's an instant variant of it.
And with that last cutscene skip there, the shock bugs there, their cycle respawn, so they slowly respawn back in, which allows us to run past them quickly if we get good cycles of them preventing us from
Hopefully
moving
we've got a
forward.
good cycle here.
Looks good.
Oh, no, this guy.
This guy. He even went inside the wall. What is he?
Yeah,
up
he
to?
did. Let's see if we can make
Try
it.
it.
Oh, we're not making that.
Yeah, these lightning bugs are complete RNG. As you can see, what we try to do is jump past them rather than do the casual route.
Bentley made it over there.
Bentley, maybe.
Sometimes it doesn't work out. The RNG
we
is
go.
just
There we
not
go.
in your favor. But
Yeah.
that was nice. There you go.
Unfortunate Firefly cycle, but
It'll be
this
better.
game is so dark.
It'll be better on the way back, I promise.
We don't really have to worry about them on the way back.
Oh, you do.
It'll be better.
So this is the fishing part.
I hate motion controls.
Yeah.
Exactus controls.
We have motion controls mixed in with a mini game.
Whoa.
So you'll notice Zic's controller sort of next to the timer on the bottom. That's a live representation of what he's doing with his controller, and you really do have to move it around like that, hover over the fish for a few seconds, and then yank it up with a magnet somehow.
Fishing with magnets.
Yeah, Bentley's smart.
You just have to get lucky that you'll get fish near you.
I'll just trust him, yeah.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing is, yeah, sometimes the fish will go away and you have to go find a fish. You really would like them to just kind of come to you.
Lots of RNG in this entire job. Just need one more finishing
go.
off with
That was
a
a nice-
47. That's solid. We'll take
There you
it.
go. Yeah.
We prefer over 50, but it's
Yeah,
tough to
I
do.
had like a blank section there where there was just no fish.
Yeah, it was a little awkward.
Another optimization Zic did there. At the very beginning of there, Bentley will do an explanation of how fishing works. If you restart checkpoint there after Murray's health bar appears, you can skip it.
While you're catching fish, we just caught $460,000.
Whoa, let's go.
Oh,
Helping us there is a $1,000 donation from Anonymous. Thank
Wow.
you so
Thank you, Anonymous.
much.
Thank you.
So, much like I did with the Disguise in Sly 3, Zic is just jumping around a lot here, and it's simply because jumping while carrying this fish bucket's a lot faster than walking around.
I've had enough of these
Yeah,
guys.
that's totally fair. You can try to squeeze through those lightning bugs without taking hits, but the RNG is often not in your favor. I'm just gonna hop on over to the inn, chuck these fish, and we're good.
yep.
Yep, there we go. We got some fish. I need some more fish.
I'm glad you didn't.
No, we don't. We do not need more fish.
Do not- This is iconic. If you lose the fish at any point in that mission, there's the iconic line where Murray goes, "Shoot, I need some more fish." No one wants to hear that line.
The Murray.
Oh, we love the Murray. All right, so now it's the time we've all been waiting for.
Oh no, don't tell me that's next.
Pretty and
Yep.
Pinker.
It is.
It's next. Does everybody like to dance?
We have some
Hey,
time first with
dancers?
Ryuichi.
Yeah, there are some really cool platforming sections with Ryuichi. We'll also see a different type of hack with Bentley. But the end is what we're referencing, the end of the job.
It's very unfortunate. This job will have a kind of auto-scrollery ending, but I always say it's like a very slow section right after one of the really like fun sections of episode 1. This job actually has some really cool movement to it.
Yeah, Ryuichi's just a really cool ancestor to play as with the dragon leaps and the silent running. And we're going to see one of his unique attacks in a later job called Spiked Sushi, assuming Zic, you'll do the ninja star strat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Look at those dragon leaps.
You got the good one.
Yeah. good.
Nice.
Cool.
You know, assuming that the end of the job is what I think it is, we've got $25 from Bond, who says, I had to make sure I donate during Zic's Sly Run. I'm still convinced that if you actually dance while doing the dance while Murray dances, it is faster.
We could try.
Right.
I think we have to
Always gotta
try.
test it out.
There is a way to make it 0.2 seconds faster.
Huge time saves.
We'll explain that once we get there, I'm sure. But for now, we got a cool Ryuichi section. immediately going to start with some RNG. We'll see what we get.
Yeah, I want to look at the guard cycles here, see how they're moving. That's pretty good.
Perfect
Yeah,
RNG.
I love to see it.
There's 4 different RNG cycles you can get there, and we got the best one where both of those guards are walking away, facing the other direction, so we don't have to worry about accidentally running into them. Then we'll just run past these light cycles. They do move around. And here, pretty much the same, just going to avoid the cycles while dragon leaping past. Avoid the guards below. They didn't notice. Nice.
There are cutscenes like you saw where Ryuichi walks through some of the round doors. Those are actually skippable cutscenes, but they're so short that it actually would take me longer to pause and hit the skip button than just watch the cutscene.
Doing the safe reach start checkpoint strats there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're wondering why he did a restart checkpoint just to respawn in the exact same spot, it's to do a cycle manipulation on the spotlight so that he doesn't get shot by it. Ooh, nice circle boost. That's a very big one. Saves like 4 seconds.
That's where you can really see how obnoxious the range is
boost
on
really
circle
far.
boosting.
You can also do a circle boost over these flames, but it's a little risky. So
Yeah, I'm just gonna play it safe there.
Kind of tight. Here's going to be a different type of hack. So instead of Alter Eco, this one's going to be a Spark Runner. And again,
Ready on motion control.
anybody love some motion control mini games?
Don't.
Oh yeah, this one.
So basically, you're just trying to get this ball into. It's like golf, kind of. I guess. In a way.
Yes. Basically golf.
Just trying to get this like spark ball into the goal at the ends. You can pick up these time tokens to increase the timer, but this one's pretty short, and we obviously know what we're doing. So you don't really need them, but like I mean, they're just in the way. So if you pick them up, it's not like it's gonna hurt it.
I really hope I have enough time. I'm kind of worried.
Yeah. I mean, you did just do a great optimization there, where whenever you're on the wires, you can press the D-pad to sort of skip over to the next one ahead and save a little bit more time.
I only have a minute. We gotta get there.
You're never gonna make it.
I'm not gonna make it.
It's got like 57 seconds. Okay.
That was a close call.
Nice.
Very nice.
Oh.
Very nice. Yes.
I could have just sat there and just went in a circle for like
Yeah.
50 seconds, but like I'm not gonna make it.
Something we try to optimize with the motion control is that once you're tilting into it, you then try to tilt back so that you don't spin around it like a golf ball
Or I've heard people just turn the controller upside down.
and it stops working.
Yeah, it just stops working then. Let's skip this one.
We haven't really talked about what we're actually doing in here, but we're trying to steal a geisha outfit for Murray so that he can. I'll try to get through this with a straight face, so that he can disguise himself as a geisha and then sneak into El Jefe's inner
Jeff.
circle.
Jeff.
Excuse me, El Jeff's
Jeff.
inner circle. We are now in the geisha costume, and we're gonna put on a show for the boys.
There he is.
There he is. Looking
good. All
Wish-
right,
wish I
and
had
now
some
we
flowers.
dance. Enjoy this banger that will probably get flagged.
This is like a disco song from the 70s or something, and it will often, sometimes it'll flag, but it's not a big deal.
Also, for some of you more astute Sly 4 players, if you perform poorly here, there are alternate cutscenes that will play between the different sections. But Zic's not going to be missing inputs, is he?
No, I might miss one input.
And one intentionally. So these glowing inputs, if you get all of them correctly and don't miss one, you'll actually get a bunch of coins thrown at you. You get 60 coins per like segment of those highlighted inputs, and there's 3 of them, so you can get 180 coins. So even though it might be really easy to like mentally check out, you do actually have to pay attention, because those 180 coins for any percent speed runs are really important for the coin and gadget route. You
gotta
have to get them.
Our Jeff Bucks.
Yeah.
The one dude here, when the next cutscene, he's just got a fat stack of L Jeff dollars.
Yeah, I wonder how those convert to USD. I might have to check that out.
We could probably
Yep.
convert those El Jeff coins to some donations.
Ooh, that would
Yeah.
be very good. I was going to say, if you have a couple,
Yeah, I sure do.
we've got time.
We got $25 from Gigabyte Dragon. Says greetings from Australia. So happy to see Sly 4 GDQ this year. Honestly, never thought I'd see it run because of the load times, but I'm happy it's here. Good luck with the run, Zic. Kick that Tiger's butt.
I never thought it'd be accepted because of this.
Maybe it was accepted because
There's this Jeff Bucks.
the Jeff Bucks. It's got his face on it and everything.
I never noticed that.
Yeah.
His face is on the dollars.
My favorite is the guy who like flexes at you.
We also have $25 from B, who says, "Hey Zic, happy to see you at another event. It's been awesome seeing you run Titan Souls, Final Fantasy, and everything in between for GDQ, and you always bring a wonderful energy to the event. Less than 3.
Oh, thank you, B. B is one of my oldest speed friends. Met them at my first GDQ, our first run, basically because both our first runs were right next to each other. And we've been friends ever since 2016, I think it was.
I've got a potentially controversial donation here.
Okay.
We have $10 from Sarah Knight, who says, question for everyone, pasta or sushi?
Oh man.
Oh no.
Oh,
This is
no.
the
Why are you gonna
question
do
of the
that to us?
Sly block.
Sushi.
I'm picking pasta.
I think I might go pasta. Yeah.
Okay.
Mamma
Sound good right
mia.
now.
Oh, here's our input.
Oh.
Let me get this.
Oh,
Oh, messed it up.
Can you restart?
I think we need to do the whole dance again.
Yeah. So that's that's the input we were talking about, that if you actually do it incorrectly, you save 0.2 seconds, and it's the only way to speed up that auto-scroller.
Also, in case you're wondering, Murray will not be leaving this outfit for the rest
Oh
of the
no, he looks too
episode.
good. He looks too good in that outfit.
He's an icon.
Zic, I've got a pretty exciting donation about that dancing game.
Okay.
It's $100 from Sanzaru Dev.
Whoa! Let's go.
They say, hello, GDQ. Sanzaru Dev here that was responsible for creating the Murray dancing and fishing mini games. From all of us at Sanzaru, we want to say thank you for supporting a great cause and finally speedrunning our game at a GDQ. Hype!
Oh, that's amazing.
That's awesome.
I'd like to get in contact with them so we know who to blame for the dance.
Yeah, why?
Have some words. No, thank you, Sansara. This is a great game.
So now we get to play as Bentley for a little bit. Gonna hit that guy.
That
Is
poor
the
guy.
guard-
Is there a guard here?
Yep.
Always.
Always.
Always a guard here. He'll try his best. All right, we're gonna try and do a little jump here. Since there's a guard, I only really get one
Yo,
shot at it, but we
nice.
got it.
Even though Zic made that jump look real easy,
Yeah.
that jump is really hard.
You can slide off that lamp super easily, but instantly transition into the RC car segment with a chicken costume on it, because
This
the guards
is totally a real chicken.
the guards totally could not tell that chickens don't have 4 wheels.
And aren't a baseball glove.
Yeah, just so our goal here is to follow El Jeff around town and listen into his monologuing for whatever reason. We're not obviously going to actually listen to that monologuing. We're just going to skip cinematic, except for the last one where we can't. But what Zic did there on the first one was he actually went out of bounds. You might notice that there's like fences and they try to guide you a certain way on these routes. But on that very first one, there's a huge gap behind the first fence that you can just get past super easily. And it lets us get to that first trigger super fast.
Yeah, you really want to use the boosts right before you turn into the chicken, because you have to move very slowly as a chicken, but you can carry the momentum of the boost
Hey, nice.
into the chicken outfit.
Right, yeah.
So you really want to try and optimize your boosts too. There's also things like if you boost off of a ledge, it will preserve like that momentum until you hit the ground again.
Come on, Jeff. It's got wheels.
Jeff has no, he's like, that's a chicken.
He's like, I'm just seeing that.
This is a great cutscene.
Yeah, we're going to see why we had to get the geisha costume
True.
in this cutscene.
Poor Murray.
Poor Murray.
Poor Murray.
Another thing that we didn't really talk about in the RC section was the guard cycles. You might have noticed sometimes they're awake, sometimes they fell asleep. The good RNG is that, hopefully they're asleep and you just rush right past them, but it doesn't always happen.
Flawless. Oh yeah, he's also gonna eat Murray's hand for like 2 minutes. He's gonna be at this for a while.
Yeah, he also doesn't notice Madame Geisha is a character who's actually a rhinoceros and Murray's a hippo, but somehow doesn't notice the difference yet again.
Man,
The plan.
He thought that car was a chicken. So, I mean,
he's still going.
He needs to go to a biology class or something.
Poor Murray.
Poor Murray.
It makes me very uncomfortable when he like his hands going in there.
Oh no.
And that is our Bentley mission done. So now we're going to be going into, as we alluded to before, Spiked Sushi, another Ryoichi mission, which is one of the shortest missions of this entire episode.
Might be the... No, photo op is shorter.
Yeah, photo op.
Yeah, photo op is shorter. Right, true. But yeah, we need to... So as we said before, we were catching fish to make sushi. We aren't just making sushi for the company party. Well, we are, but we are gonna, in this job, go get some poison to put in that sushi.
Yeah, it's maybe not ethical, but we will be putting some poison in the sushi and then feed it to the guards so that they fall asleep. It's not the deadly kind of poison. It's more like melatonin, I guess. But yeah, they're going to be eating the sushi, fall asleep. That way there's less guards trying to interfere with our plans for the operation.
So there are two plants within this cave that we need to harvest. So this is one of the weird jobs that doesn't start with a cutscene. You actually take like 5 steps in and then skip a cinematic. One of the like weirdest but big ways you can actually like optimize when you're first learning Sly 4 is knowing when to and when not to push the start button.
Yeah, it's a pretty big thing.
Nice circle boost.
Yeah, that was a
I
good
didn't know
circle
you could
boost.
skip that first hook.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen that before. You can actually get either of these plants in any order, but people typically just get this first one because it's right in front of you. The second one, though, we're going to see a pretty cool strat. As I was mentioning earlier, Ryoichi has a Ninja Star throwing attack, which is unique to him. And it's like semi-random how those Ninja Stars disperse, but if we're able to use it effectively, we can hit the light that's way over there if this rat gets out of the way.
I just want him gone.
Yeah, he's annoying.
That's bad.
Lucky.
Get that one? Oh, that one
So
missed.
close. Again, it's a little random how they
There we
move.
go.
There you go. That saves us from having to actually walk over there. Saves a couple seconds. That way we get the lightning bugs out of the way, get to this plant, and the job's already over. That was it.
Yeah, ideally the first Ninja Star just hits one, and you could do it very fast. You just land, throw the Ninja Star, and start climbing as it hits and the fireflies go down. We got a little unlucky there, but that happens.
I forgot he even had that attack.
Yeah,
Gotta
it's
be
the
honest.
only time it's like actually used for anything.
Yeah, even casually, you don't really use it.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever used that casually.
I think it's the only time any ancestor move is used.
Yeah, the first time when I actually was learning this run, I saw that. I was like, I didn't know you could do that.
But we're actually moving into the final job or operation, as it's called, altitude sickness.
Yep.
And we're going to be confronting El Jeff himself.
Yes, but we have a few steps we have to do. As with any good operation in the Sly series, we have many steps we have to do. Now, normally, you know, we said before that like Bentley usually has these long like slideshows or something to go over the operation. In this game, they call them chalk talks, which are right here, which we can skip them by pressing the circle button, not the start button.
Yeah.
Don't press the start button.
If you press the start button, you will soft lock your game.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
And you have to quit out of the game
Yeah.
to fix it.
Oh no.
So here we're going to see some pretty tough techniques.
Don't know if I'll get some of these, but we will try.
It would not be unusual if you didn't, because it's really tight timing. It's really hard to do.
Tight timing, then you also not always get the best momentum per reservation from them.
Close. You try to use the momentum of that spinning wheel to then launch you back, get in position really quickly, put on the samurai costume, hold up your shield, and then launch it, all within like 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's all a very tight window to reflect that fireball in first cycle.
And on this one, whenever we reflect it back, we can do, hopefully, again, it's a 1 in 60 opportunity. It's a 1 frame opportunity. Get another ICSS here. We'll see.
That was a good one, too. Oh, we got it.
Oh,
nice.
1 in 60. Let's
First
go.
try.
Oh, really impressive.
Isn't it, it's like 1 frame to pause the game there or something, like
Yes.
when the cutscene starts.
Yeah, you can
Exactly.
buffer it though, but it was more time the more pauses you do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Getting that clean first try,
That was
no
pretty
buffers.
good.
I'm so impressed. You're so good.
Yeah, it's very weird, but yeah, there are unskippable cutscenes that you can skip by just pausing the frame they begin.
Happens a lot more later, like in full game.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a couple opportunities here in EP1.
Mind if I jump in with a couple donations?
Absolutely. It's actually a great time for it.
Awesome. We've got $155.55 from Max Jess, who says, running late, but I needed to catch my favorite time-traveling raccoon. Let's start a 5 train for Sly 5.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I like
I
this.
love that idea.
Please.
It's gonna be a long train. I think.
Someday.
We've been waiting.
It might be happening
years.
next GDQ and the next GDQ.
Sanzaru's watching, maybe.
Hey,
Long train just means more donations for
True,
Doctors Without Borders.
true.
get them in.
We've
This-
got, oh, go ahead.
This section is a little rough. You just fight a bunch of guards. You have to kill 15 of them, as you see on the counter in the corner. Sly and Bentley technically, air quotes, help, but sometimes they just get in your way of you trying to kill them because as the Murray, he's a really effective fighter. He's much better at doing it. So you try to do what you can there, but
Yeah, Murray can, if I pick them up, you can kill them in 1 hit. Bentley takes like 3 or 4. He's just kind of hitting them around. He's just getting in the way.
Bentley's no help. He's a hindrance.
Bentley's
Nice.
helping by giving us $20. We got a $20 donation from Bentley.
Oh,
I will
thank you,
always
Bentley.
and forever show up to watch Sly Cooper. Go GDQ.
Thank you, Bentley.
More Sly Cooper and GDQ.
I hope so.
I'm going to take this one a little easier there.
Yeah, nice Ryoichi platforming section under the bridge while everybody's fighting up top. We're going to open up the gate that they closed on us.
Yeah, you're supposed to see if this is happening simultaneously. You'll see like enemies falling around you.
Yeah, it's pretty
from
funny,
the bridge
actually.
above. All right, now we're done. Jeff is gonna separate the team.
Way to go, Jeff, for breaking the fourth wall.
Right. Tells us to be quiet.
Yeah, he stole Ryoichi's cane and then set the bridge on fire. The only person who could continue on from here is Sly. So we're going to chase him down and fight him amongst the tops of these towers in this.
Yes. So we have a little cutscene here. Like we can start going through a few things. In case people did not catch the Sly 3 run or the end of the Sly 3 run, Nave, I have a question for you. Okay. If I was a big fan of Sly Cooper and I'm watching GDQ because I love speedrunning, where can I go to get the best information on Sly speedruns?
Well, let me tell you, I know exactly. You can go to slygolds.com. You can find the best segments for every single split across every single Sly game, Bentley's Hack Pack excluded. And you can see some of the best strats possible. There's a lot of really cool information there. Sly Golds also puts on a lot of events. We do like tournaments and races and whatever. Right now we have a tournament going on that's like team-based. So teams of 3 go up against each other and race episodes in Sly 2, 3, and 4. Really exciting stuff, but what is more exciting right now is I'm hoping Zic is going to do some DBs. Anybody care to explain that?
DB or displacement boost with these rails
Trying
that
a
Sly is walking on here, like
Yo.
that.
Let's go!
Oh, that's huge.
Very
I learned that
recent
last
tech.
night.
Yeah.
I was watching you learn that last night.
But attaching to the ropes on the ends of there's the collision of the object they're posted to. On the first frame is a single frame trick. If you press X and jump on the first frame of landing on it, you'll get the speed of getting proxied out of that object. And like Zic did there, masterfully did the nice double jump and cane swings on top. Ooh.
Oh, whoa.
Also, this is the fun thing. Getting caught first frame by El Jefe there. 2 sets of armor will appear.
Nice little visual
That was a little
glitch there.
freaky.
I actually don't want to take this
I
hit.
think you could, but it's probably safe to not.
I got too excited about getting displaced.
Yeah. So what we were normally doing there, you might have noticed that that lightning attack you just did is pretty long. So we actually intentionally jump into his personal space and he'll knock us out of it, and that is faster than watching the long lightning attack. And then he's counting to himself because each phase there's a certain number of hits you need to do in order to get to the next phase. The first one is 13. This one is 17, but you have to do it in 2 cycles. 10 and then 7 would be most optimal. If you do like 9 and 8, that's also fine. It's not really a big deal. But then the last one is 8.
It's 10, I thought.
It might be 10. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, each one has a set number. The last one, you can also one cycle it, but it's extremely tight timing. Hopefully Zic can get it, but when I say it's tight timing, like I'm not exaggerating here. It's really tight timing on the very last phase.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we got 8 on that.
Nice.
Go right into the electric. Good.
So again, taking the intentional damage here in order to skip a very long attack animation. Then we get really close to his inner circle so that once he launches that fireball at us, we're able to utilize that lingering hitbox, switch out of costume, and immediately start beating him up.
Nice.
Nice.
Good.
All right, now the hard one.
So this will be the final tower. Like I said, hopefully Zic can hit that one cycle, but it is really tight timing.
And then time will be on the final hit to El Jefe when the cutscene begins.
El Jeff.
El Jeff.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, I messed it up. I'm restarting the run.
Run it back.
All right. Now he'll do this. Now he'll do this. He'll get interrupted, and then the hard part begins. We have to get as close as possible here. That looks good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ow, it's too slow, I think. Oh, so close.
That was so close.
Man's got no health. He's cheating.
Yeah. Slightly glad you missed it so that we could show off he literally has no health.
He has
and
no
somehow
health.
it doesn't work.
I think it was just a little slow getting out of the costume,
Like, you
unfortunately.
could blow on him and he'd die.
Yeah.
One,
Time will be
two,
coming up.
swing. Time.
Time.
Little anticlimactic.
Hey, you got this guy's boost though.
Yeah,
Yes, I'm happy with
Displacement
that.
boost.
45.
I got you a trophy.
Let's go. All right. Thank you. I needed that.
Oh my gosh. All right. That is Sly 4, Episode 1. Episode 2 coming soon to a GDQ near you. But yeah, thank you for having me. I'm so glad I got to show this game off. I love this game so much. Yeah, I just want to, again, give a shout out to GDQ for having us, having the Sly community here. It's really cool to get to see 2 Sly games at a GDQ. Shout outs to the Sly community in general. It is an absolutely fantastic community to be a part of. If you like Sly Cooper, you want to speedrun it, it's genuinely an amazing place to be. As someone who sometimes feels like can be not good at the game or an outsider, the community does a very good job of always making me feel like it's a home, and I love it so much, and I appreciate everybody in the community. Yeah, and if you want to ever watch more Sly speedruns, Nave, Ostrava, Cinder, you won't find better Sly Cooper content. So make sure you go check them all out. And that's all I got. Stay tuned for more runs today. Today's a banger day of runs.
Yeah.
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 Great run. Good job, man.
Thank you.